your way. Your mind, we have to be as one.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Or Storm here, coming at you guys. We're with another part of the Team APS Community Tournament Round 1. So this match is we're going Crystal King playing Tellarknights versus Rui playing Shiranui Zombies. So with commentary today, I have a guest from the the podcast series, Agent of Power Sun. Say hello to everybody.
What's up, guys?
So in my idiocy or stupidity, whatever word you want to use, I didn't catch the beginning part of the match, but just to recap everybody. Crystal King went first, went to Neb, set 3 pass. I don't think there's any we don't need rocket science to see what happened there. And Rui definitely has a very interesting build for sure. He's playing like Summoner Monk and some. I think I remember seeing E-Tally during the match as well, so it should be a pretty interesting match for sure. So it looks like he's activating Unizombies effect to send level up his Unizombie. He's also pumped up Deneb's level as well, so Crystal King can't XYZ, which Tellers can't make trigger. They're in a pretty bad position, though. Alright. And looks like he's setting a couple cards and, passing.
Great. Can already tell what this match is going to be like.
Right. Very great. But, this and he's going for a Void Ogre Dragon, too. He's wanting to set his cards first for Void Ogre, obviously. We don't want to be bad. I think he's gonna time space it when he hits the field. But I'm guessing that he's gonna negate it. No, he's not. Which is weird.
Wow.
I mean, that's an odd play, but we did see I would argue we did see quite a few misplays during this duel for sure. But it's how it gets when you have like an hour-long match like this one. This match actually clocked in longer than any of the matches from last year's tournament.
Jeez. Whose idea was this? Tellarknights should not be allowed in tournaments.
What deck was it, Tellers or?
Tellers.
Yeah, we actually had Tellers top the last one, so I unfortunately lost the deck, but the dude was super nice, so I couldn't hate him.
Just imagine Tellers and Yugioh going at
Lord.
it. Or Tellers and Boojins. Oh god. I don't think I could do it.
Alright, looks like the Norden is coming down, so he's probably gonna make the Shiranui Synchro the level 6. The good thing, and I believe he's also rocking the new support card from Dark Illusion, which is Shiranui Sage, which is amazing. It's a Lonefire Blossom for zombie type tuners, but whenever it's banished, it whenever it's banished, it can special summon a Shiranui monster from your banished pile.
Oh wow,
that's a really good card. So Crystal Wing's coming down. I think if anyone's had to ever stare down one of those, it's a really scary card. Which that's one of the things that makes Sage so good, is that now you can easily go into instead of just going into Shogun, you can make Crystal Wing and all these other really powerful synchro monsters.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's gonna, on the end phase, Crystal King's gonna Twin Twisters, which rip. That's why
warning and wow.
Wow.
Nice.
That's one of the things that having Twin Twisters legal, you really had to be careful with how you set your back rows, because you always risk getting Twin Twistered.
Yeah.
I mean, if Konami's not going to give us back, I guess if they're not going to legalize, Heavy or Feather Duster, I guess that's the next best thing.
I want Heavy Storm back so bad.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people want Heavy Storm back for sure, but it looks like Crystal King, because he can't exceed summon with his the Neb, because it's level 5 due to the effect of Unizombie, so he's just gonna set a card and pass.
Oh, wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Unizombie can actually modify either. Oh wow, the Sage is hitting the field. That's really a pretty good top deck right there. Must be nice. Right, looks like the he's probably gonna go Unizombie into a Shiranui into sending a Mizuki.
Dude, zombies are so I know nothing about zombies, and I feel like a scrub for it because zombies have been around for so long.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, the deck has gone the whole archetype is the whole like I don't know if I consider zombies like an archetype. They kind of are, but like
Yeah,
the deck has gotten so many supports and it's gotten through so many iterations that it's really hard to like. It looks like he's gonna activate the Shiranui Tuners effect, which it's sort of like it banishes itself in a Shiranui monster to special summon a synchro. It's sort of like Vayu. But
yeah.
the great thing is now it actually triggers Sage, so you can make another synchro monster,
Oh, wow.
which is really good. So you can go for Void. He's gonna go for Void Ogre here from the looks of it.
It's
Which
just nasty.
I know Sage is an incredible card.
Holy crap. He's got a Crystal Wing and a Void Ogre.
Yeah,
I, I think I'd scoop.
right. It's like yeah, he's activating Unizombi's effect by pitching the Krebon so he can get his hand. He doesn't want any cards in his hand, obviously, to keep, to make Void Ogre legal
Right.
or live. So he's going to attack into the Neb with his Unizombie, which unless it really doesn't matter unless Crystal King is a counter trap, like negate attack or two place tap.
Oh, jeez.
Looks like he's going to go ahead and go to end phase. I would really don't know why he chose to go to end phase here. I guess he didn't want to attack into the face down. All right, so it looks like he's going to banish the Mizuki and trigger the Sage again, and probably make another synchro.
Hmm.
Which I guess he accidentally misclicked and went to end phase.
Well,
And
good job.
there's an
Oh, he
Omega.
made an Omega?
Yeah.
Oh, this deck is awful.
It's so good. Like that's how good. That's just how good. Like say like what makes me sad. There's such a small Shiranui engine in here, and it's just like putting in work.
Yeah.
It's like literally just like 5 cards, and yet it's just amazing. Like, this is like me messaging Gynor about what the fuck's going on. Like yo,
Yo, this dude just like ogred, crystalled, and Omega'd him. I don't think he's coming back.
no, for sure. Oh, that was me accidentally clicking away like a scrub. And then it's like, but you're pretty much right. I mean, at least in my experience testing my Omega, like it really like it helps some of my decks so much. Just the fact
Yeah.
that I still kind of like Scarlight better in some decks, but in any deck you can oh yeah, so I'm thinking what Rui did here was he accidentally synchro summoned Void Ogre with a fire monster, and it requires a dark type tuner. So he made
Oh, it does? Oh, yeah, you're right.
so he actually
Oh,
these Shiranuis are all fires. So like he
right.
accidentally I'm just me saying I don't care, man. Might need a judge intervention. So many sets. Which I always find funny about these matches is actually reading all my looking back and reading all my PMs. It's kind of funny to see all the mods kind of interacting with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't really paying attention. It's the story of my life. All right.
Good job, Aura. This is 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 bad. 10 out of 10 job from me. But like half the time when I am watching these matches, like I'm not watching them as closely as everyone else. I'm just trying to get the footage recorded. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So it looks like he's getting repairing. Like Gynor had them repair the game state. This is like I was seeing Gynor knew Shiranui better than me because he's been playtesting it quite a bit. Although
Yeah.
he likes to play the deck a bit more pure than I do. All right, so it looks like yeah, he's gonna go for Crystal Wing instead because that's he can't go for Void Ogre obviously.
With the Ogre.
And I when it, this is just you see you gotta get it. This is no sure. This is just zombie synchro spam. This is no sure anyway. Right? It kind of is. I'm not gonna lie. All right.
Oh, got his Void Ogre.
Yeah. But the zombie synchro spam better than Shiranui. Pretty much.
Double Crystal Wing and Void Ogre.
That's like a game ending board right there. Like what do you it's like almost DDD level of just nonsense. It's like
So he needs 3 dark holes, and
well, Crystal Wing only negates monster effects actually,
sweet,
which
sweet.
is but that doesn't make it any less dangerous because it can negate from anywhere, and when it battles a level 5 or higher monster, it gains attack equal to the monster as well. So like if you're playing something like Cosmos, you just have to make a Crystal Wing punch over their Dark Destroyer, and then you negate it in the grave, which is pretty
No,
good.
cause that's why I think I'm gonna run a what is it, Reaper? I
Or
gotta. I can't have that happening.
right. All right, looks like yeah, you definitely for sure. I thought trying to remember what card you're talking about. Ghost Reaper. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a, I've seen a lot of people like. I feel like this thing is like that card. That the card definitely does keep Burning Abyss in check to an extent, but I'm not gonna lie, the deck is still incredible. Like even like you basically because you're basically relying on drawing one of your Ghost Reapers to hope you draw them early game.
Yeah,
All right. And then it looks like he's going to also negate the Altair. So pretty much at this point, I don't think Crystal King has anything he could do unless that set is just like some magical card. Which we'll see what Rui obviously is going to. Okay, he's going to activate a terraforming. Assuming he's probably playing Zombie World, but
yeah,
he could also because Zombie World's pretty decent in the deck because it bypasses like Unizombie's main restriction is when you use its Foolish Burial effect, you can only attack with zombie monsters.
yeah.
So because of that, like Zombie World's really good because it bypasses that restriction.
Right.
So and it
What?
does prevent tribute summons from non-zombie monsters, but that doesn't really help you because Konami made Erebus a zombie.
it
So it's like, yeah,
was.
you can tribute summon just everything but but I can still tribute summon Erebus. All right, and looks like he's gonna go ahead and he's banishing to synchro summon the level 6, I believe, or I think a Shogun might, yeah, or the level 6 is coming down. He's gonna activate Sage again to special summon back the tuner from the banished pile. He's gonna synchro summon for probably. I would assume he's going for a Shogun here. It's like you want to get as much damage on the board as possible because why not?
Jeez.
And Shogun's coming down. Shogun is actually like one thing I do love about the Shiranuis is they do have beautiful card arts like across like especially the tuner and the boss monsters have really beautiful artworks.
This is just. Oh my god.
Right? You're not used to seeing like all this like I think this is actually your first time seeing like the deck at full power and it can't be really powerful for sure. So it looks like
This is just cancer.
I
This is
can't take
cancer.
it. So it looks like the
This
Void
is
Ogre
cancer.
is attacking, and let's see what Crystal King has. And
What does Crystal King have with
story
the
like he had
crystal
the Void.
wings?
Imagine if he didn't have the Void Ogre out. I'd be so salty.
Wow. I'd be so. Wow.
I mean, I felt bad. It's like one of my decks I was playing Quaking Mirror Force. I was playing against a guy who played Battle and Boxers. I felt so bad
Yeah.
putting his stuff face down. I'm like, this is why I don't play this deck anymore. At least the way I was playing it. All right, looks like we're going to game 2. So looks like Rui managed to win game 1. So looks like I believe Crystal King's gonna choose to go first because you're playing Tellarknights. You got to strap on that helmet.
You better set 4, and they better all be strikes or like.
Right. So he's gonna activate Unux effect, and Unux usually gonna send a nab, of course.
Yeah.
And he's probably gonna set 3. If I'm Crystal King, what am I siding against Shiranui going into game 2? Probably something graveyard hate, but I would say Iron Wall would probably be at my side for sure.
Yeah.
That's probably going in. So looks like he's gonna go ahead and Twin Twisters is coming down.
Oh jeez.
So looks like 2 of
Oh
the back
jeez.
rows are gonna bite the dust, unless Crystal King happens to have a alpha, which would just be really good.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, the Iron Wall.
Uh,
The other trap card is an Iron Wall. You open
nope.
double Iron
It
Wall.
was 2 iron walls. Well.
And there's no point in chaining the Call of the Haunted because, TCG rulings, Deneb won't get its effect.
Yeah. Sigh.
And then really in Europe, it's ruled that Deneb would get its effect that way, but like I know in the TCG side in America at least, it's ruled differently. which is
Right.
always I found strange. Like, that different TCG territories rule things differently. So it looks like the instant fusion is coming down, and I'm obviously here. You got to go for Norden, get that Iron Wall off the field so you can play Yu-Gi-Oh. So it looks like Maxi's coming down.
Oh,
So,
Maxi.
minimum, I think, but Crystal King's. I think obviously for obvious reasons, Rui has to take the Maxi challenge here because you got to get the Iron Wall off the field so you can play Yu-Gi-Oh.
It does, which sucks because last thing you want to do is give them more cards.
Especially a deck like Teller's, like you're giving them more
Yeah,
cards to draw into their traps. Especially if you've already used the Twin Twisters already.
they're traps. And then if he draws a Vega, I mean that's just kind of
Yeah, because
even worse.
yeah, cause especially against a deck like Shiranui where like you're very extra reliant. Card like Trevor is really devastating.
It is.
The Castell coming down, he's gonna get the Iron Wall off the field. Although it doesn't look like he opened, I guess the part of the reason he used I guess he didn't. He could have maybe used the Sage, but I don't really understood why he pitched it for Twin Twisters, to be honest. But maybe he was just looking to get it out of its hand. So it looks like the Foolish Burial's coming down. So obviously you're gonna send Mizuki here, no?
Yeah. I wonder how many Iron Walls he's playing because
All right.
it,
Actually, he's gonna send the tuner, I guess, to set up for next turn. I mean, it depends, like how many. I mean, I think there's kind of like with Iron Wall. I feel like I mean, my deck's only side two, just
yeah,
because it really depends on what. But like, I feel like there's a
that's what I was thinking.
yeah,
But
like he's probably hit plays two, and one of them hit bite the dust from the Twin Twisters,
which sucks because trying to draw into one Iron Wall can't be too easy.
right? Especially in a deck like Tellers, where like you don't. It's not like form of Howls where you have like there's like Gee Turtle Lizard draw just giving you constant draw power, like Cosmos where you have Tin Can.
Right. It's just kind of drawing into all your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he gets his alphas though, I think he'll be fine still.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise. It looks like he
Alphas,
drew the instant
wings.
fusion off the Max C. So
Oh,
let's see.
okay.
Okay, look, Flying C is coming
Oh
down.
wow. Ugh, jeez.
Like I've noticed, one of the things I noticed is how many Burning Abyss players are like, because that card exists. I've seen Burning Abyss players actually main boarding enemy controller. Like I'm
Seriously?
Yeah, like it's a good card. Like it gets
Yeah.
over it gets puts monarchs in defense mode, and it tributes Flying Sea. So it's like
Yeah.
it's a always I've always felt Econ was a emerge enemy controller was a really good card. It's just it hasn't really seen a ton of usage. But back on
It was a
topic. Um,
I was actually watching a duel earlier. This dude, it was a Monarch player. I guess Super Quantum Monarchs or whatever, the one with the extra deck, playing against Burning Abyss, and they hit him with a Flying Sea. And the guy wouldn't kill the Flying Sea to go for game, so the Burning Abyss player just kind of built up all his everything he needed, and then he just like killed it himself, and then just OTK'd. I was like,
yeah,
that's what you get.
the Flying Sea is still, I think, as long as Burning Abyss is relevant, it's still going to be it's always going to be a popular side deck card. I mean, I still have a play set of commons that I leave sitting away for whenever I do decide to side them.
I think I've picked up my ultras for Odd Eyes, and then
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple ultras, but like I put them in but they're there. But I got rid of them at YCSU, and I figured, if I really want the ultras again, they aren't that expensive. So,
yeah,
but and the thing about the Flying Sea is what hurts so much is the fact that now the Norden basically has to die because he can't exceed summon,
yeah,
and the Deneb's gonna get banished, I believe, under Norden's cost. That's why he chose not to activate Norden's effect. Never mind. Like once he saw the Flying Sea come down, he's like, "Nope, I'm not activating Norden. No point."
yeah.
All right, looks
Did
like
he search?
um yeah. Oh wow, the Sage coming down must be nice. Like,
Jeez. Is that his second or third Sage?
there's the second one. Like you obviously play
Oh,
three because it's like Lone Fire. It's like Alpha's coming down. Yeah, Moham cannot let that.
oh,
He cannot let that Sage resolve. Or otherwise, like Sage is like the luster of this deck. Like if you let Sage go off, like you're royally fucked. but
you're
unfortunately,
gonna die. No,
but unfortunately, Rui actually has the Mizuki engraved, so he can just do it anyway. But I'm not sure. I haven't really read Sage very closely, but I think its main effect is once per turn, and I think But since its effect activation was negated, I believe you can still activate it again. So
Right.
looks like he's going for the tuner's effect engraved to banish to summon the level 6. So if I'm Rui here,
Mm.
I'm probably gonna go. If I can, I want to leave the Flying Sea on board as long as possible. I want to force him to get. So here I'd probably go for something like Crystal Wing, just so I can't don't let his Denebs resolve, for example. So it's like he's chaining something when the effect of the tuner activates. He's chaining the strike. He doesn't want that tuner's effect resolving. It's probably a good thing. Unfortunately, he's going to put it right back in the grave. I mean, I'm surprised Solemn Strike is like falling where it has, because I remember like not too long ago it was an all easy like $60 card.
Oh yeah.
But like it's still good. It's just people aren't really playing traps. It's one of the reasons why it's kind of losing, falling out of
Right.
favor.
But because I mean, think about it. What like main deck really has the room for traps? I mean, other than what Cosmos, but they usually only play Cosmojo and Call of the Haunted.
Yeah, I mean, I could
And
justify it in Cosmos, but like honestly, I'd just rather play a lore and draw power. I mean,
yeah,
I know that a lot of the Draco Pal variants are still running it because they just have Ariande or
mm,
Ariadne, so you have easy access to them.
I was trying getting my new build of Odd Eyes Magicians, like running one strike, one warning, and one of something else, just just for room. Because I'm
Yeah,
trying so hard not to play Perform Pals. I'm trying so hard not
I
to
mean,
play
but
that engine.
come over, bro. Come over to the dark side. We have cookies. But no,
Yes.
like, but like, that's what my variant is right now. But anyways, so it looks like I believe it's Crystal King's turn. So he probably has an Altair, but I think Rui was really smart to put his Castel in defense mode because that
Yeah,
means he
'cause-
can't smack the Flying Sea into it. So that means Crystal King can't play Yu-Gi-Oh,
yeah, he's stuck with it,
which is smart. Definitely a smart play on his part.
of course.
Looks like the Altair is coming down.
Mm,
Which like one of the biggest things problems with Flying Sea as a card is that I mean it's only as good as the monster presence you can keep on the field
yeah.
because like if you don't have any monsters, your opponent can just beat you down with your Flying Sea, and that's happened to me before.
Ew. Oh, that just sounds awful.
Well, I think I was playing against I forget what I was playing, but I was playing against Evil Swarms on ranked on DN, and I sided in Flying Sea, but like he just beat me down with heliotropes.
I'd be so frustrated. I already hate going against Evil Swarms.
Yeah, I actually like. I've actually almost I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't really read Ophion. Does Ophion stop normal summons as well as specials of high level monsters?
No, only specials. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure. It's been a long time, but I'm pretty sure
yeah.
it's only specials.
And the awesome thing is you can summon Ophion and Phantom Knights once we get that new rank up card.
No, no, God, no, no. Oh God, please, no,
It's like
no,
it's like
no.
he said in that Drew said had that bit from John McEnroe that said you cannot be serious. Or it looks
I'm
like back on
quitting. I am
back.
quitting Yu-Gi-Oh, and you will never see me again.
Looks like the back on topic. Looks like the Book of Life is coming down. Banishing the Nadab and getting the Sage is pretty damn good. Must be nice. Looks like the Sage is gonna activate its effect. Just coming in, probably obviously grabbing a Unizombie.
I wonder what that back row is.
Um,
I imagine it's something good.
so far from him, we have seen cards. We do know he does play. It's very likely he plays the entire Solemn Brigade, so it could be a
Yeah.
strike or a warning for sure.
Yo, can we get Judgment back to one?
Like, yeah, I mean, my thing with Judgment is I feel like part of the reason it's banned is just because it's blanket like negation. I mean, it is half your life points, so it's like my thing with the card is like there's never a time where that card is dead. Sort of like kind of like Hero Lives and Heroes, like,
Yeah.
but like I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to having it back, but I think if Konami were to like just get off their rocker and bring back something like Heavy, I could totally see them bringing back Judgment kind of as well.
That'd be great.
Which all right, so looks like the Void Ogre Dragon came down, and then he's gonna probably he's gonna do all his shenanigans with the Shiranui tuner. I think it's called Spectral Sword, I believe is its name. She's gonna special summon that back with Sage's effect. So you're already seeing like how good like Sage is in the deck. Like it adds a brand new dimension to zombies for sure.
Yeah. Just seems to allow them to go off like indefinitely.
I mean, I've actually been consider like I've always I just like the Shiranui artwork. So in Sage, I'm probably gonna invest in some of the cards, and when Sage comes out, I'm gonna have a pretty powerful zombie deck for sure.
Better hope Sage isn't like a secret rare or an ultimate rare.
Well, like I'm not sure like what they would make Sage, but I would bet that it would probably be a hollow. But I'm not sure. They made Zombie a common, so like I kind of like lost faith in Konami with rarities. All right, all right. So it looks like passing turn. So like Rui's got a Crystal Wing and a Void Ogre out, so that's like pretty damn good. So the Call of the Haunted's being activated. So is Rui going to negate that? I would assume he's not. I wouldn't negate this here.
Doesn't matter too much as long as Flying C is still on the board.
Yeah, but the unfortunate thing for Rui is that now that he has a monster presence out, that really can hinder him. If it looks like Crystal Wing is going to negate the Norden to prevent it from triggering. I don't
No.
know if I would have done that. I mean, I would have personally, I would have waited till he dropped the Trevor because that's one thing. Like, depending on what his back row is, that you cannot let resolve. You're going to auto lose basically.
Well, how's he going to drop the Trevor?
He can if he has it depends on if he has a level 4 monster in hand. If he does, he can get it out for sure.
But
that's one of the things that makes Norden so good is that you can just call the Haunted, loop it back, and do a bunch of other stupid stuff.
And then he have to get rid of the Flying C first.
Yeah, he would, but he wouldn't be that. But if he could just crash it into the void.
Oh yeah, I guess I wouldn't.
Looks like the Altair's coming down.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. He's definitely gonna go for the Ununk here from the looks of it. And the thing is, once the Flying C is off the field, I mean, Trevor is the more optimal play, but he could also make Rognominiad as well. In this situation, though, I feel like Trevor is definitely the better play.
I'd go for Trevor.
Yeah, me too, for sure. So he's gonna switch his Altair to defense mode just in case he has Mirror Force because that happens.
If only they were darks and he played Diamond.
Right.
Oh my god.
Well, Diamond doesn't. A lot of the zombie, like other than Unizombie, like Diamond doesn't really do a lot because all the the Mizuki, one of the main combo pieces is Earth, and all the Shurinuis are fire. So like
that's what I'm saying. If the Shurinuis were like dark, man,
right,
it would suck.
Yeah, and it does. I mean, it does prevent him from sending. It would prevent him from like milling off cards with his Unizombie, but at this point, like he just needs to clear the field.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to get the Void Ogre and Crystal Wing off the field, especially because he was able to bait out the effect negation. Like, that's why I do question Rui's move there. I feel like I would have let the Norden go off and just waited until the Trevor was coming down because it's coming down.
Yeah, it's an inevitability.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, and here comes the Trevor.
Maybe he has an answer to the Trevor.
Maybe if he has a strike, then that'd be great.
Strike. Oh, no strike.
Doesn't look like he has strike.
Pity.
Everything's gonna bite the dust. Even now, I still think Trevor isn't. I mean, I understand Tellers are power creep, but like Trevor is an incredibly powerful card. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
I feel like even like it doesn't hold up to now, but like it's still like it can still if you get dropped against you and you don't stop it, like you just cry. Because the thing is, it works so well with the deck because you can reset all your traps, like it just basically like the deck wasn't good until they got Trevor. It was incredible.
Yeah. We could wait.
But like it gave the deck what it needed, which was a powerful boss monster because Delta Rose wasn't really enough.
Yeah, Delta Rose wasn't. Sadly.
Yeah, it looks like Rui probably hasn't played, if he didn't play back when tellers were big, he's probably never actually read Trevor and seen one come down. Probably, probably,
It's very aggravating.
yeah. Like if you don't have the answer, you just cry.
Trevor, GG.
Yeah, and then he's gonna snatch that card he just bounced out of his hand. So it was a little, we'll have to find out whatever that set was for sure. It was a
That was
mind
a
control.
wow.
Talk about bluffs.
So the thing is, that would have actually been pretty good next turn.
Yeah, I can understand why in a deck like Shiranui, it's a synchro deck, so obviously mind control just fits like a glove. I feel
Right.
I always liked mind control as a card. I feel like it's sort of like the eroded version of like all the banned cards that basically do the same thing,
Hmm.
like Snatch Steal and Brain Control, etc. It's like a more fair version of those cards. We all saw what happened when Snatch Steal came back. Looks like he's gonna activate the effect again of his the spectral sword, and it looks like we're seeing all these shenanigans all over again. And then Sage's effect's gonna trigger, and then he's gonna have a option to make another synchro. Yeah, this is me trying to read the level 6 Shiranui synchro for the first time because I've never actually seen one come down. It's actually not a bad card. Like it can recycle your banished zombie monsters into the deck, and it also has another effect. I think when it's banished. I mean, that's one of the cool thing about like a lot of these decks now is they're getting interaction with the banish zone, which I think is cool. At least I feel like I like that Konami's at least expanding that area, so like you don't always want to banish everything.
Jeez.
All right, let's see. So let's see what's happened. So it looks like Crystal King is checking his extra deck. He's been want to be wondering, why didn't I not make that diamond? But it's not like, but he's gonna go for another crystal. Gonna go for Crystal Wing again. Which I'm very glad that Konami made land Zombie. That's a good card to have in hand.
Yeah. Oh, man. What were you saying about being happy, Konami?
Konami made they made Crystal Wing. They didn't make Crystal Wing a generic because like can you imagine like Draco Pals having such easy access to that card? Like
Oh, jeez. Be
like
awful.
well the fact that it takes a synchro monster I think definitely does balance it out a little bit that you can't like just easily go into it. I
Mm.
mean and it's but the decks that can go into it like for example like Speedroids, Jagunities like and you can just make it with a bunch of other synchros. It's an incredible card in a lot of decks for sure. So it looks like Rui's just gonna pass turn back to because he used Unizombie's effect he can't attack with a Crystal Wing. So personally I don't know I might have attacked with the Crystal Wing first then used Unizombie main phase 2, but that's just me. I'm not sure if for the rest of this turn. So like yeah, you can activate Zombie main phase 2 and still even if you've attacked with non-zombie monsters.
That is it.
All right, so it looks like Crystal King's checking his extra deck. Maybe he's got to play to get the Crystal Wing off the field, obviously.
Mm. Be interesting to see how he handles this
Yeah, for
because
sure.
his crystal
Yeah,
wing, can still negate something.
yeah. He's got
So
to get the negation off the field first, and obviously in Tellers they need their monster effects to really do anything.
they do, but I mean, it all depends on when Ruri uses it.
So looks like he's gonna let the Altair go through, and then let probably I don't know if he's gonna also let the Deneb go through as well.
Probably would. I'd be worried about whatever he exceeds into.
Yeah, you don't want him making because like Castell or a Lightning could be coming down as well.
Right.
Uh,
That's a no good.
Yeah, but I believe due to Altair's effect, I'm pretty sure he can't attack. I think Altair does, from what I remember, Altair prevents non-Teller monsters from attacking.
Right. He could still go into something like Castell.
Yeah, so he's going for Lightning. Oh yeah, I remember watching this duel earlier. I think we misread this portion right here, so I just want that clarified. Yeah, we had some people watching and we were paying attention, but we did miss this. So I just want that clarified so people be like, oh, it was a legal move. This was like, just so you guys know. I mean, to be honest, like as long as this match was, like, I feel like I don't honestly. It was an oversight on our part, guys, and I do apologize.
Hey man, shit happens. The way I see it, if your opponent doesn't catch it, then oh well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's one of the things that a lot of one of my commenters mentioned when I talked about the YCS Prague situation. He said basically that like the judges can't do anything unless the player actually says something. So like it's up to they leave it up to the players to catch things. The judges are just there to like chill basically.
yeah. I think I said that. I want to say in like Cap's video, I left a comment about that. Some dude tried to argue that, oh yeah, no, it's definitely not it's the players, like trying to be sarcastic, saying that the judges should have caught it. But I was like, dude, it starts at the table. If you're sitting there and you don't catch the cheat yourself, then like you can't sit here and blame other people for you not paying attention.
Yeah,
But
I mean, yeah, exactly. So in this, and we usually for most of these matches but we do try to catch. Like obviously, we can't catch every match. As,
of
as
course,
many people as we have, moderating the tournament, we can't keep track of every ruling. But Moham and or Boss Mojo and Voink are actually they're actually judges at their card shop, so I feel like they're more knowledgeable on rulings than I am a lot of times.
yeah.
Like I used to play Naturias all the time, and I think I was playing them wrong because I thought Naturia Clip triggered when you used it for a synchro summon. So it looks like the Unizombie's coming down, and if I'm Crystal King and I have any kind of negation, I'm so far ahead at this point that you pretty much just you could negate it and just not care. Looks like he's going to activate the effect of the level 6 one, but he's going for a level 8 synchro play from the looks of it. Going for a Shogun. Shogun does help him here, but it also can't get over Lightning because Crystal King made it with enough materials to use its
Yeah.
effect multiple times.
God, I love Lightning. I love its artwork. This is a great card.
Yeah, I love it too. I mean, I feel like Konami had released it when they did on purpose because I feel like they knew that they were going to hit Ignister to 1. So they understood and at first I was like, but I don't think Ignister's unfair. I just feel like it can't be at 3. Like at 1 it's
Right.
okay, but and I feel like Lightning was just something Konami doesn't like. They know what they're doing when they create cards, and I think Lightning was just like a necessary evil that had to be created because of all these Cosmo ships that can't be targeted. And
Yeah.
I feel really sorry for the European players not being able to use the card.
Yeah,
I,
that sucks.
I mean, from what Olympia Yo was told me, I asked him about it on one of the streams. He said it's like a pure licensing issue. It's nothing more. Like it's just you're
Oh,
so like he said that when they did the jump promos that they agreed that the Europeans wouldn't be able to use them or get them, which makes me sad. Which makes me sad because
oh,
I feel bad for them.
it's dumb.
I know it is really dumb. Looks like the Shogun's back on topic. The Saga's effects activating, so it's at 5,500 attack, so it can actually punch over the Lightning now. If
He went for the Trevor.
Yeah, he decided. Yeah, it looks like he decided to reduce the Trevor. I believe these. Oh, yeah, he's talking about the Synchro. The Saga actually has a grave effect when it's banished to make a monster lose 1,000 attack. There's no point in
Hmm.
targeting the Lightning because it's just going to go up to 5k no matter what. It's like Excalibur.
Right.
I just remember one time I was playing Bujins. It was a similar situation. My Yamato was at 0 attack and I had a crane in hand. My opponent attacked into it and it went back to 18 and I ran it over. This is all right. So it looks like the Crystal King is trying to. It's probably the first time I've actually played a lot against Shiranui's at one of the local strips I made, and it is a very good deck for sure. Like at least with the synchro version with all the generic zombie support. And that Icarus attack card they have is very scary.
Oh, they have an Icarus attack card too?
Oh yeah, you don't see it in this
Oh,
video. In
jeez.
this, I believe I don't. But basically, it's the fact it's you have to play Shiranui monsters in order to use it
Yeah.
because part of the cost is you have to banish a Shiranui monster. But you tribute one zombie, pop two, and you banish a Shiranui monster from your deck as cost. But one of the Shiranui monsters pops a card when it's banished, so you can pop three.
That's
It's
that's
pretty
so stupid.
it's pretty crazy. Like, and I think the one of the cards it's searchable too, which is nuts.
This deck just sounds great.
It is a really fun. I mean, it's not meta defining, but Sage definitely makes the deck a lot of fun. Like, I haven't actually play tested it since Sage came out, to be quite honest. But
Yeah.
people who play at least when I've a little bit I've seen of this duel for sure. It looks really fun. So they're all clarifying the attack and stuff for from the Banish synchro. And I do like how they all work. Like this is earlier, but I like how they all work in the Banish pile.
I feel like Iron Wall would just, well, I guess not with the well, no, even they couldn't use their Icarus attack either, so
Yeah,
Iron
because
Wall would just be,
Iron Wall definitely slows down the deck or any kind of graveyard hate because it's pretty dependent on getting your Mizuki plays off. But
yeah.
like some of the deck's basic combos revolve around looping Mizuki. So, all right, so looks like the storming mirror force. Wow, this is the second game we've seen a storming mirror force come down. Damn.
It's probably like, I got to use it. Yes.
It makes me glad I picked up a couple earlier this week.
Storming's so good.
Yeah,
Storming and rippling.
yeah. Actually, I like Ripple. Okay, looks like you're not in a good position when you're setting a card and passing with no back row.
Can't even get out the T set, man. He had to go for
Yeah,
the like subtract shot sign or the
yeah.
dash.
Although at this point, it pretty much looks like we're going into a game three for sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's really the only, I mean, if Crystal King gets any kind of other monster out, Lightning can't double its attack when it attacks directly, but he's already got a lot of damage on board already.
And at 42, yeah, all he would need is another decently sized monster.
So I'm guessing Rui's just tossing the Maxi now. Just he's like, well, fuck it. He's like, I think as what's his name said in Deadpool, he finally reached fuck it.
I'd be so salty if I got hit with a rippling
I know,
or
right?
storming mirror force. I'd be like,
It's like I'd be like, all right. So it looks like Crystal King's going to battle phase. And attack, and then lightning cannot double its attack here because due to it can't do its effects when it attacks directly,
right.
which is which is probably a good thing. It'd be pretty broken if you could do that.
Yeah, dude, that was kind of the limitation on I don't know if you know the card. What is it? Vision Hero Trinity.
I've never actually seen any of the Vision Heroes or seen them summoned.
Dude, Vision Hero Trinity. I used to play Elemental Heroes that could make it. Jesus Christ, that card was so good. Because I think it no, did it double its attack? I think it doubled its attack and it could attack 3 times, but it couldn't attack directly. I was like, if it could just do that one thing.
Right. Oh wow, Book of Life. That's a pretty good top deck.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right. Like Heart of the Cards here, man. That's like probably one of the best cards you could top deck. And this looks like the zombie's going. Oh, it's gonna get fiendish.
That's
No,
Shiji.
yeah, that is. No. He's like Crystal King's just like no.
Can't have that. Cannot have that.
No effects for you. And that I think that's pretty much gonna put a wrap on it at this point. Like, even if he can try to synchro summon more, it's not really going to get him anywhere. Crystal King's checking his grave, like, you got any Mizukis, bro? Mizuki, I always felt like Mizuki was just such a powerful card, but I feel like when we got Omega, that card got so much better. Mega's just amazing. Oh, all
Can
right.
Shiranui's make Trish?
I haven't seen a Shiranui player go into it. Like, I don't think it's easy because the deck really makes level 7s and 8s more than anything
Right.
else.
Just
Oh,
saying, if they could
he's
make
trying to
Trish.
attack into 11, but like it doesn't really feed. He can't attack due to feed dish. Like, to be honest, like I haven't. It's been ages since I've seen a feed dish chain activated on me.
Yeah,
And I
it's
and I think is I own like 4 of them, and I love the card. But it's like I think about it
uh,
now. I'm like, when was the last time I got feed dish chain? It's been a while.
it's crazy to think about, honestly. I mean, when's the last time you really seen a breakthrough skill? Well, I think PK Fire play it from time to time, but not really.
Yeah, I mean like, and I think nowadays it's a lot of just he looks pretty much that's game. Game. I mean, and then we're going to game 3. So I'm assuming that if I'm Ruiz, obviously if I have flying season or whatever, it looks like he. Oh wow, an E-Telly coming down. So what is this? What is this?
Oh, Ghost
Teletub?
Ogre?
He's
Hey.
you're seeing a
Don't get me
Crabon.
excited like that.
Looks like he's gonna eat Maxi the Crabons. This is
Challenge.
gonna be a guaranteed +1 for sure. Because I believe we did see him play Crabons game 1.
Yeah, it was in there.
Yeah, so he's gonna draw
Too
another card
bad.
off of Maxi. But
But he's not playing the light imprisoning mirrors. That'd
um
be
yeah, that was something that I think should always I always said it was the Stardust Charge Warrior, which is just such a good card.
yeah.
Being able to I'm just glad we're getting more. Like, one of the things I do like about like Konami's, at least in terms of synchro support, they are giving us more like good generic synchros at least. Because like before, like what level 6 would you make that wasn't Goyo Guardian?
True.
Like,
Very true.
and Goyo Guardian kind of like I mean, it wasn't really that good when it came off the ban. Like it was only
Yeah.
good for a little while when it came off the ban list.
Yeah. The only deck that really played it was what? Shadows? Dinko
Yeah,
dolls to be specific.
yeah. It looks like
But
the Neb's coming down. The Neb.
set 5.
What I found about Tellers is it's usually set 3. Like,
Come on.
oh wow, the Regeki's coming down.
Yeah, he did.
I guess he just doesn't want him keeping that on the field because
I don't
it
know
can be
if
a
I
little
agree with
problematic
that.
for him because
Oh,
Charge
yeah.
Warrior can attack all his special summon monsters once each, so it's kind of like he really just doesn't want to leave any threats on the field. Plus, he wants to get some damage in.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
And then mid to late game, the Regeki could be very dead because like if he gets Void Ogre on the field, that could Armageddon Knight's coming down as well.
I think
Because
that's the first time we've seen that.
yeah, Armageddon Knight's I've always liked Armageddon Knight's card art, and it's just a pretty good, really good generic card.
Yeah, it's the only because there's like what 3 or 4 of these types of knights. It's the only one that's relevant.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna banish to summon the Unizombie, but yeah, we know it's coming down. Oh, I think we both all know it's coming down. Yeah. Oh wow,
Yeah.
this is gonna really set Crystal King back if this resolves.
Beautiful. I love Black Rose.
Yeah, I mean, Exciton is banned for a reason, quite frankly, and like, wow, the Black Rose is coming down.
Paul, Oasis, and a Storming.
Must be Black Rose still pretty good.
Basically everything except for the Solemn Brigade.
Yeah, and and a Book of Life. Wow, so the Neb's also gonna get banished. I remember I always found Book of Life to be a really annoying card against zombies because like a lot of my decks would be graveyard dependent. I was like, it just felt violating.
Yeah.
For sure.
Revenge. Revenge.
All right, so it looks like the Unizombie's gonna go ahead and activate its effect to dump another Mizuki. Although I believe Unizombie is only once per turn for both effects, but he didn't activate it the first time. I mean, most of the extra deck for Shiranui, like synchro deck like this, is usually level 7s and 8s. Like you can make it. I mean, I don't even think I would try to make a 9. You could if you really wanted to get cute, since Zombie can modulate its levels.
I think I'd be that guy.
But I mean, it just seems like something it would take a lot of like I
Resources.
yeah, and I'm trying to do all the math as how I would get it out, and it's just the math's just not adding up. I mean, it would be easier for me to make Nirvana High Paladin in this deck than. But anyway, the Vega comes down and looks like the Vega. I mean, he's gonna max C that.
Does he take the challenge?
Oh, it looks like he's gonna take the max C back. I mean, does he have another C card in his hand?
Did you mean to send Valor or?
No. Wouldn't be surprised me if he has another flying C. Yeah, both games flying C. Must be nice.
Ah.
That. All right. Looks like and that really hurts Crystal King quite a bit. I mean, honestly, like, yeah, you're seeing why people side Econ. Those damn flying C's off the field.
Flying C. That's why you play Monarchs or Cosmos or anything that doesn't rely on spamming XYZs.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the scary. The thing is about Burning Abyss is Flying C hurts them, but it's not like thanks to Rhino Warrior. It's not like they can't like Rhino Warrior. I didn't realize Rhino Warrior actually protected them from dying when it's out. So
Yeah, I thought it only protecting like one. It protects the whole field. I was like, that's so broken.
I know when I read that card, I was like, really, Konami giving them more support? Okay, so looks like the stage is activating, and we're about to see some more synchro shenanigans. I'm gonna activate Unizombie. He's gonna probably pump it up to level 8, and then maybe go for another synchro. When I first read Unizombie, I was like, this is such a good it was such a good card, and I was so disappointed Konami made it a common. I was just like,
yeah, just like they did Fire King Island.
I know, and just like they did King of the Pharaoh Lymphs.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a lot of. I actually probably have a list of cards I'd like to have at least in super rare, but like,
I want Fire King Island in Ultimate Rare and in Secret Rare. I don't care if it's like a $40 card. I'm getting a playset.
Okay, it looks like he's gonna go into an Omega here, which. I mean, it's all right, but like you can't attack. I mean, I guess he was thinking, well, there's no reason to really go into Shokin here. You can't attack due to why is he attacking? You can't.
What are you doing?
Read cards. I don't know if I didn't. I was pretty sure I caught this one because I know how Unizombie works. I believe you can't attack. I don't know if we caught this.
I try and defend mods, but come on, guys.
that was something that we should have caught, definitely. Like, I apologize for that, guys. But,
what are you doing? You're fired.
We do understand that Unizombie could not attack. But to be fair, both players did make, some errors. So, looks like the Omega is going to return the Mizuki in the standby phase, though. So, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't even have my Omega yet. I really should pick up an Omega.
Yeah,
I've been so lazy about it.
Yeah, it's just stupid expensive. I mean, I didn't want to pick it up, but it was like something I needed. So the Max C that we saw earlier is coming down. Although
I don't understand why.
You're not going to get him more than 1-for-1 as long as the Flying C is on the field. But I'm assuming like he kind of knows that the flying. Personally, I would just banish my Omega and take the damn. Well, no, that's not a good move because he can't attack with the Flying C right now, anyways, due to Altair's effect.
Yep. Maybe this is the one you guys catch.
Yeah. No, I actually think he banishes the Omega at the end of the main phase, actually. Yeah, Rui's like, wait. Like, yeah, but the Flying C can't attack due to Altair's. It's funny, like, after watching a match, I catch all this stuff. Like, I'm smart. I do read cards. I just watch matches kind of passively. All right, let's see. So the Flying C's coming down, but
he's still trying to attack with it. What, guys? Come on.
Read cards, people.
Dang it.
Yeah, we should have definitely caught that.
You know what? I totally forgot we are talking about a Tellarknight player. Helmets for days. I'm forgiving everything.
Right.
This was a capital G
Level chat.
deck. So, capital G obviously can't read.
Cap can't
So,
Cap can't read. I love how he has like that as an emote now. I mean, on my stream, I actually have a brick emote because like I make like it's like one of my mods joking, like Gino jokingly said one time, only Aura could make Ignite's brick. He was just like, it was like, yep. So it's just like I ended up making a brick emote. Plus, Oisin's always been like, but Oisin was always good about bricking as well. So we always had brick jokes. But the unfortunate part for Rui is that um, that Omega banishing itself did cost him a lot of life points just to keep the monster out was quite a bit. I mean, just to keep him from Exceed summoning puts him in a really bad position because now your Solemns aren't live. Yeah, you know how it is discussing rulings and stuff at the end.
oh jeez.
I've, I've literally seen just about everything. I've seen everything from bottomless negates, pendulum dragon can't trigger when you activate pendulum call. I think I've heard just about everything from people on DN.
No, the worst will always be a ritual beast player trying to do his combos against someone who's never seen ritual beast before, but insists on reading every single card.
No, and the thing is, a lot of people do that on at tournaments just to try to gain an advantage. They can go to time. So I remember one of my friends
Yeah.
was talking. He said he was playing Infernoids at a regional or something, and he said he won game one, and going into game two, the guy started reading all of his cards. And he literally just sat there and told the guy, like, you read this card already. Like some people like that just sap the fun out of the game, at least to me. But
Yeah.
the Omega's gonna return the Altair to Crystal King's hand, so and then he's gonna go ahead and banish the Mizuki, get a Sage
Oh,
back, and start doing some more Sage shenanigans.
oh geez, here we go. Oh god.
That's the type of card you have to alpha. Like even if you're low on life, like, if you have 5400, you notice that you cannot let that go through. He's going for the tuna. That's an interesting play.
Mm.
Uh, it looks like he's gonna probably use. He probably has another Spectral Sword engrave. This looks like he's gonna banish the Mizuki probably to loop back the Sage. He's gonna go for the level 6 synchro, which is interesting. I mean, I guess if because the Sage only doesn't just target in a zombie, of course. It's any zombie tuner with 0 defense, so you can grab the Spectral Sword obviously from the deck.
Yeah. Mm. This deck is so interesting.
Yeah, it is. I mean, It's definitely a little bit I have played against like the synchro spam version is that it's really good, and I mean, I've seen builds that actually. The thing is, like about the Icarus too, is they have a card that doesn't see a lot of play, luckily, but it actually searches that card.
It does.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think it's called Smith. When it's used for synchro summon, I believe it searches a Shiranui card, and of course, the Swallow's style is a Shiranui card. But luckily, a lot of players just choose to play choose to play the deck that way. So it looks
Yeah.
like the Samura Saga, whatever its name is coming down, but it looks like it's gonna get Grand
Mm.
Horde. Okay,
Oh.
I'm guessing Crystal King must have decided those in.
Oh, totally forgot about that card, which is funny because I think I have a playset somewhere.
I think I have like four. One of them just sits in my hero deck because it's good in that deck, and like the other two are like gold rares that I'm debating like using.
Yeah.
But it's a good. I mean, if it's not as good as Strike, but it's definitely an alternative if you can't afford Strike. It's a good
Right.
alternative.
It's Strike Light.
Yeah, I like the fact that it makes you like. I like the fact that when you use it, if you use it, time it right, it prevents your opponent from. It basically buys you a turn. Yeah, it lets you draw a card, but it buys you a turn, which is really what I like about it.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like it is still like Rui is going into main phase 2 because I guess he didn't want to attack into his monsters. Maybe he's afraid of Honest. I don't think Teller players really ever really like were big on playing honest, at least in the builds I looked at.
When Tellarknights first came out, I was playing honest. I was playing Crane. I was trying to destroy you because
Yeah,
that was back when you had to play. No, excuse me. I'm thinking of Bujins.
yeah, but like
No, I never played it in Tellarknights.
in Tellarknights, I remember like one of the things the I remember a lot of players were actually playing Zen mains in the extra deck because like they knew people were side decking Stygia and Dirge. And it was
Yeah.
like a very like, which is still, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's a really decent. It's a still, I feel like, and gets the right deck. It's a decent side deck card, but it's not as good as something like Flying Sea. But and it's a trap, so it has to set for a turn.
Yeah.
It's that kind of one of the things that bugs me a little is that traps aren't as popular, but I guess it's kind of a good and bad thing at the same time.
At least it's not hat format. Oh, jeez.
That funny thing is like, at least before the artifacts were a thing, it was a really, I actually enjoyed the format. It was really diverse. Like,
Yeah, me too. And then hat became a thing, and then everyone switched over to hat.
I remember just seeing Fire and Ice Hand. It legitimately, I thought that one of them might end up going to one at the time because I was tired of seeing them. Every other
Right?
game on Dev Pro, run into someone playing Hat.
Like, hat was bad when a Magic player. I think they're the ones who really made that popular. Like, I think that was the story. Like, it was some Magic player
Yeah, I
who just
remember.
sat down and
Wasn't that like
created hat.
wasn't that I believe it was McDuffie who topped with it, who won the Nats with it. I believe, and
Was it?
he's also known as a Magic player as well. But
Yeah.
anyway, back on. It looks like Rui's in his main phase 2 is setting a trap, and to be honest, like he really isn't in a good position here. Like at the life points he's at, he doesn't really. If he has solemn strikes, they're dead cards right now,
Yeah.
and he can't really. He's even with Omega, like he has to get. Unlike he'll have to keep the Omega on the field, so like that basically means like he can't like banish it here, otherwise he'll die. All right, so looks like if I'm
I mean,
Crystal
just.
King, I would just smack the Flying Sea and then try to go into Trevor if I can.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, so
Because, I mean, at this point, he can't even use strike if he had it.
mm-hmm. And you know it's going through him. Even if he did chain the Omega, like you can just knock a card out of his hand. So it's like Trevor, I feel like might be the right thing to do here, or maybe make a lightning. All right, looks like the Unux coming down, so he's gonna probably send another Deneb. Or unless he plays Sham, and otherwise, like he would go up a little bit in my book. Sham was always like I remember it was like the one super I pulled from that set, and it was like one of the few hollows I pulled from that set, and I always loved that card because it was so trolly. It's like, oh, you're low on life, I'll just Sham for game. All right, so it looks like he's going into battle phase. He's gonna smack the Flying Sea into the which is gonna cost him some life points for sure. But he's gonna at least get the Flying Sea off the field so he can play Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, he's asking if Rui's gonna chain the Omega during the end of the main phase, which he's not for obvious reasons.
He's got to take that.
Yeah, he's got to take the like. I remember like how many times like if you were a Teller player and you saw a Flying Sea come down, you're just like you just got salty. But like, all right, so it looks like he's finally gonna get access to his extra deck again. So I don't know.
I guess
What would you do here? Like, there's not a lot of really good options.
there's not, but I think making Trevor taking a card out of his hand wouldn't be too bad.
Like,
But
I just don't think there's unless maybe if he plays Rafflesia or something like that, that might be better.
yeah,
But there's just I don't think there's really a lot of good options for him right now, to be perfectly honest.
yeah, which blows.
He's gonna maxi, I guess, again here.
Might as well.
Might as well, like all right. Here actually would have been a great time in my opinion, at least to make Rong Miniad, because yeah, he can Omega can't get over Rong Miniad. So here, if Crystal King has it in his extra deck, He really should have made wrong Miniad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're playing Tellers, you should be playing that card. I remember
Hmm.
I remember in the last APS tournament in the final, that card just I was like I wasn't in a good position, but he dropped that on me and I just couldn't do anything. Like yeah, I mean, there's nothing you could have really done. I could have done. His card was good. So it looks like
Yeah.
Dweller. I don't know how much good that does Crystal King in this situation, to be perfectly honest, because he's already got the Omega out, so it's not like the Dweller's gonna stick around very long. I mean, yeah, he's basically like stalling for a turn. At least with Wrong to Miniad, like he might be able to banish the Omega, but it's pretty much I think that card might have wrapped up game if he would have went into that. So she had another level 4 in hand. Like, all right, looks like he's gonna switch his Altair to defense mode, and that's it. He's gonna pass. All right,
Sure. May tried to make something else. Or kind of, I just don't believe there was nothing else in his extra deck that couldn't have helped him there.
I mean, I'm kind of a little iffy myself. I feel like I mean, yeah, you can make a Wrong to Miniad, but like I feel like Rafflesia might have been good as well because like you could have like I guess you could have trappable nightmare or no, there weren't a lot of things you could do about the Omega even if you did play Rafflesia.
Yeah.
That's what makes Omega so annoying to deal with is that like it's pretty much just constant recurring resource. I mean, people build a whole deck around using the card to hand loot people. So
Yeah.
yeah, lucky you've never ran anyone playing that. Like at least from what Gynor was telling me about the deck, he said that it basically it plays like a normal Synchron deck, but or then it makes triple Omega and Trish in one turn and just uses the
Oh.
two
Oh.
cards.
Jeez.
Looks
Oh
like
God, that's awful.
looks like the instant fusion is coming down, but Crystal King's going to warning that. I think it's a
Ah.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's a good call, but I'm a little iffy on that. I mean, so I don't know if that was something I would have done. I mean, that puts. I mean, it and using the instant fusion also puts Rui in cowboy range. Not that people don't play cowboy as much as they used to.
I miss cowboy days.
It looks like
Things were simpler then.
the Dweller is gonna get direct attack, so that's a pretty good amount of damage.
Okay.
Uh, both people are in cowboy range, but I don't. Honestly, I don't. If honestly, I don't know if I would have used the instant fusion here. I don't even know if I would have taken that risk, knowing that if I'm playing the deck I'm playing against can easily play cowboy and just game me this turn, unless the back rows are just going to save me.
There's got to be some good back row because
Yeah, for
he
sure.
can't use really much of anything right now.
Yeah, it looks like the Altair is gonna come down. So, what is he gonna grab? He's gonna grab the Vega. Is he gonna
There you
trigger the
go.
Vega's effect here? Yeah, he's gonna activate Vega. Now, here is where I feel like again, like here is where you absolutely have to make a wrong to mini ad because you have 5 monsters. Like that could easily win you the game right here.
Yeah.
You can just nuke the field and then you have a monster that's unaffected. Like there's literally nothing he could have done. So I feel like that would have probably been the best. But let's go ahead and see where he goes from here. I mean, that's what I would have done. There's no question. Like if I have 5 warriors out, I'm gonna drop on my win condition.
Uh,
But he might be going for light. Oh, he's going for Triffer or a Delta Rose, one of the two. I would assume Delta Rose. Yeah, Triffer's coming down. But it's gonna get bottomless.
it's met with bottomless. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that really puts him far behind on resources because if that gets bought, like it doesn't. I believe Trigger. I've never read Trigger in a long time, but I believe it does have to be sent to the graveyard. Some cards like Yazi trigger even if they're bottomless.
Yang Zangs.
That funny thing is with Metal Foes coming out, that deck's probably gonna see more play. So I don't know if that's a good or
Yeah,
bad thing.
it is. I don't know. I was playing like a Fire King Fusion version. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that deck, I really like Metal Foes as an engine for sure. It seems really solid. I've seen some pretty neat stuff you could do with it.
Uh,
All right, let's see. All right, let's see what he's going to. Now here he's pretty Trigger's effect triggered, so I believe like he already used Altair this turn, so he can't do anything else really. Yeah,
yeah, he can't.
Ruiz is like GG. Like it might be. I mean, if
I
Rui
think
has,
it's gotta be.
I mean, if Rui has any, like he has multiple Mizukis in his grave. Like unless like Crystal King has some miraculous card in his hand, like I feel like there's nothing he can do. He's gonna go ahead and set a card, and he's probably checking his opponent's grave. He's like, does he have those? He's like 3 Mizukis in there, so any kind of attack, and that's game basically. Yeah, there we go. So it looks
Yeah.
like Crystal King's admitted defeat. Looks like the instant fusion, and looks like Shiranui zombies will be advancing. So anyway, guys, as always, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this today, and um, and also thank Agent of Power Sun. Be sure to check out his channel. So anyway, guys, as always, I thank you guys for watching. This Or Storm signing out.